name is Leticia. I'm the pastry chef for Cal-Am Resorts. Thank you for joining me today. This week we are going to be doing Granny's Fried Chicken. In July is National Fried Chicken Month, and who doesn't love a good old piece of fried chicken? So, I have a little history with fried chicken. I don't do anything too fancy. I don't go soaking the chicken in the buttermilk and hot sauce, which you can do. I just don't. I'm going to show you a good, simple way. My grandma, who we would call Granny as kids, Granny would fry, she would fry the heck out of some chicken. So I'm going to do Granny's fried chicken. Now, Granny didn't quite do it like this in a Ziploc baggie, but she did do a basic, simple breading, well seasoned, and just a little time, and you're going to have some good old fried chicken. I've seen fried chicken done in so many ways, but this way is just simple, straightforward, good old fried chicken. Okay, so we've got some different pieces of chicken, which is just breast and wings. Wings are my favorite in the household. You better get a wing. You better be there first to get a wing, or else you don't get a wing. So I just got some wings and some breasts, the two most popular pieces. At home, I do fry the thighs. My kids do like fried chicken thighs too. So, Granny's fried chicken. I'm not sure how many times I've had Granny's fried chicken, but sometimes she would smother it in gravy. Oof, it was just delicious. So I'm going to put a little more salt than what I had in that cup there. So I got some salt. I've got some granulated garlic. And then I've got a good amount of black pepper, because I like the black pepper to come through on some fried chicken. And some onion powder, or granulated onion, sorry about that. Now, you can do just simple salt and pepper. You can do seasoning salt. If you don't like salt, but you like the different flavors of herbs, you can do Mrs. Dash and flour. But really, all you need is flour. For our keto folks, I would imagine you can use coconut flour and an air fryer. Why not? Okay, so, and what Granny taught me growing up, because I would just be in awe. I would come home from school. I lived with my grandmother in my adolescent years. I was middle school to high school. I would come home from school and the house is smelling right, and she'd fry chicken, and I couldn't understand, how do you know when your flour is seasoned? And she looked at me like, I taste it. Oh, duh. So I do taste it. Now, I've heard different things about eating raw flour, but we're not eating it. We're just tasting it. I'll give it a little lick. To me, it needs more salt, but that's to me, so I'm going to add some more salt. If you like it to where it is, have it where it's at. And I think I'm going to add a little more black pepper. There's still quite a bit of black pepper. I put to taste on the recipe because some people are more sensitive to black pepper and salt than others. So I've got a high tolerance, I guess, because I've been eating it for so long. Not saying it's good for me, I'm just saying I've been eating it for so long. So we've got our seasoned flour, and we're gonna the dredging on this. We're not gonna do the basic breading where you do your egg wash and buttermilk, and we're just gonna. I'm going to show you how to fry some chicken, okay? If I don't show you anything, I've showed you how to fry chicken. So, I'm going to use a Tom. Well, I've got layered gloves. I got 2 layers of gloves on. I'm a stickler for getting my hands dirty. I don't like to get my hands dirty. I'll be the first one to tell you that. In housework, I'm always wearing gloves. And let me say this. I don't mind working hard at all, but I don't like to get my hands dirty. So I got layered gloves on. Okay, so I've got a lined pan here just with our chicken and some paper. This is parchment paper, not wax paper. It's not going to kill you if you use wax paper. It's just some paper. You don't even have to line it, but I'm just lining it for dishwasher purposes. I'm going to take some of the breast. I'll do 2 breasts first. Close my bag, and I'm going to give them a little shaky. Okay. Oh, don't do that. I got a little hole in my bag. Did I just rip that hole? It's okay. It's not like I've never had a hole in my bag before. So, got one breast, two breasts, right? Typically. I'm going to dredge some of the wings in here, and I'm holding the side top down so we don't get it all the way dirty. And it doesn't look like a whole lot of breading, but you just wait, okay? Wait for it. Throw some wings in there. And you can actually just season the chicken directly too, and not the flour. I've seen people do that too. They season the chicken directly and not the flour, and that's a way too. But I'm doing Granny's fried chicken, and Granny, she seasoned her flour. Okay. So you're gonna notice your chicken is going to start absorbing the flour that's on it. Okay. And when you do that, well, once it's absorbed that first coat of flour, you're going to dredge it again. And you can do it, I do it a minimum at home, a minimum of 2 times. Now you can do it 3 times, you can do it 4 times, depending on how froggy you're feeling. And how much time you have, how hungry you are, how hungry the kids are. The kids getting on your nerves, you just want to get that chicken fried. It's up to you. Okay? So, and now there are little whiskers on the chicken here, but that's, I mean, it's chicken. They have fur, so you're going to see the little whiskers. Just remove it. Okay. My last 2 pieces of chicken here before I start dredging there. And what this is going to do, it's going to start to give it a, I got that little hole in my bag so I can't toss it the way I was tossing it. I believe it was my fancy nail that poked a hole in it. Okay, so I started here and I worked my way here. So this chicken here, it's starting to become a little transparent, where the flour is starting to seep into the chicken, and that's a good thing. Okay, some people would take it from this point, put it into an egg wash, and then back into the flour. But the chicken has moisture in it. It is going to absorb that flour. And like I said, these 2 pieces are already absorbing it. We're going to just put it back into the flour again. And as I'm putting it, I'm pressing the flour in there, making sure that it's getting nice and toasty there. Now the chicken with the skin on is the best chicken to do for fried chicken, because you want that skin. You want that flour to adhere to that skin, and it just makes it a lovely little goodness. I saw some pieces that I missed. Before we go and drop this into the fryer, we're going to make sure we dust off all excess flour. Okay. I lived in Memphis for 10 years, good old Memphis, Tennessee for 10 years, and you know, they have some good fried chicken, but in Nashville, the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. Granny, I love you. Ooh, I love you, Granny, dearly. But Monell's in Nashville had the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. And it was plentiful. Like, they kept bringing plates of fried chicken out. Oh, it was just delicious. So if you're ever in Nashville, I believe Monell's has a couple of different locations in Nashville. Go to Monell's. Hopefully they have their pea salad, the corn pudding, and fried chicken. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Okay? You will not be disappointed. There's also a place called Hattie B's, who's got fried chicken too. They got that Nashville hot fried chicken. And if you like hot chicken, you can do that too, but we're just going to go with good old-fashioned Granny's fried. One time I went home and my grandma, she was frying chicken, and I thought, Granny, is that cornmeal? She's like, yeah, I ran out of flour. And when I tell you that changed my life forever, now that's going to be another class when I fry this chicken and cornmeal. That's going to be another class. but it changed my life forever. Just redredging the fried chicken. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put this breast in here one more time, starting to absorb, and then I'm going to drop it right into the fryer. We don't want to overload the fryer. One of the biggest mistakes you can do when frying is overloading your fryer. Your grease will be good and hot and ready to go, but you load so much product in it to where now it's just sitting in oil, and you don't want that. When you're frying chicken, you want that grease hot, and you do not want to overload it, because then your chicken won't be crispy. You just have oily flour chicken. Who wants that? So I'm going to dust off the excess. Drop them in there. I'm going to take one of these wings for another quick dredge. And as this absorbs, the more you let it sit and absorb, and the more times you dredge it into the flour, the crispier and crunchier your chicken is going to be. Okay? So I'm going to drop a wing down in there too. Shake it up a little bit. You want to make sure you've got enough oil for it to be completely submerged. That way you're getting it all browned evenly. I get it, some cases you can't, but you want to try to get as much submerged as possible. So I'm going to keep this to the side here, and I'll dredge more as I see it starting to absorb the flour. Okay? Good old Granny's fried chicken. I wish she was here to this day. I miss her every day. Every day. So, shake this up. Your chicken is going to fry. If you have bones in your chicken, of course, they take longer to fry. So, for like the chicken wings will take anywhere from 12 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes. It's coming out of there. The breast, because there's no bone in there, and even if I were to cut it into strips, it would cook even faster. It's mainly cook about 8 minutes because it's got that thick piece on that breast. But you can cut it into strips if you like it and make it thinner. My kids love chicken strips. But it's something about when you fry chicken in a little skillet, cast iron skillet, and once the chicken, you drain off the grease. Put some onions in there. I know in my last class I did some fried onions. This would go good too with some fried onions on a piece of bread. Make it like a chicken sandwich. Some honey mustard. I don't even know if anyone is here in the office today to eat this fried chicken I'm making. Do I have to eat it all by myself? I won't be mad at that. I won't be mad at that. Here. Like I said, if you let the chicken absorb the flour, dip it a couple more times, you'll get more of a coating than what we're going to pull out here. But it's looking good. And let this fry up, and then we'll show you the finished product here in a few minutes, okay? Granny's fried chicken, simple fried chicken with a little Louisiana hot sauce, if you like a little spice, which is a staple, and a little drizzle of honey. The combination of the two, you will not be disappointed. You see me on the streets, you can thank me then, but do try it. I'm going to enjoy this. I'll probably need to go home afterwards because I'll be sleepy. So, try to simplify Granny's fried chicken. Thank you for joining me. Let me go ahead and sample the fried chicken, which I failed to do. Still got those wings frying. I can barely contain myself. I promise you I can barely contain myself. Typically, I wouldn't just, I'm just going to break into it. Got that. Oh, then I'm going to dip it in some of the honey and hot sauce that's down on the plate. That's Rennie's fried chicken there. I don't know if you can hear the crunching past the frying. But it's there.